Welcome back, everybody, to the CF Podcast. I'm Clint, and today we've got Kyle with us.
What's going on, guys?
We've got Jason.
Hello.
And we've got Aaron back in the house.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, and we're all excited to be here today to talk about everybody's favorite subject, everybody's favorite show for this time of year, SHOT Show. How excited are you guys to go?
I'm excited.
You sound excited. You
I'm
sound
excited.
so excited, Aaron.
I'm holding it back a little bit because I don't want to jump up. There's only so much you guys can cover, but I'm excited.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Jason, have you been to SHOT Show before?
No, it's going to be my first appearance. I'm ready to send some tough questions to folks and see what's new.
And get sick.
Yeah, I've got my echinacea on standby.
Dude, vitamin C, zinc. Oh, yeah, the SHOT Show crud.
We do have a rule, though, at Classic. The first time somebody goes in our team, you got to kit out with nods and all that helmet.
Makes sense.
Well, I mean,
that's how you walk around.
Only in nods and helmet.
I will totally interview people wearing nods.
I want to see a belt, too.
I want to.
You do want to see a belt?
Yeah, put a belt.
Okay.
All right, and a belt.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it, though.
I'm into it.
All right, that's it.
That's it.
Jason's going to do it with nods.
100%.
Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and kick it off. So last year at SHOT Show, we got to cover and see some pretty cool things, one of which I have sitting right here on the table with me now. Recently got in for some, I don't know, just initial impressions and just to try it out, the Oracle Arms 2311. Ultimately, a ambi-controlled 2011 that takes SIG P320 mags. I've been able to run this a little bit, having some fun with that. We've also got in front of us the SIG Spear LT 300 Blackout.
The new Rattler, right?
Yeah. Is it the new Rattler? Is that what they're calling it? Yeah.
It looks sexy.
Dude, it's pretty freaking solid.
Dude, I got one.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah.
I got one. Josh got one.
I feel left out. I got to get one, though.
Yeah.
So I thought, talking about another SHOT Show release, I thought I'd change it up a little bit. Because everybody here got the SIG, the Rattler LT, right? And I'm like, okay, that's cute. You guys all got your little Rattler LTs. You know what? I'm going to be the guy that's going to throw a curveball, and I'm going to say what I hope to see from FN this year is the 15P and 300 Blackout.
It was at SHOT Show, but was it on the floor? No.
No. So when I interviewed Ben at FN, I was like, dude, why in the hell are you going to make a 5.56 gun with a 7.5-inch barrel or whatever it is that's so ridiculously short for a 5.56? And he's like, you see what it says on the side there? And I was like, oh, it says multi-caliber. He's like, that should give you a. Now we haven't heard much of anything for 300 Blackout for the FN P15 or whatever, right? So I'm assuming that they're probably going to drop that.
But can you suppress it?
So, well, they also announced the silencer for the first time last year. A pistol silencer, albeit, but a silencer.
It's a forbidden fruit. Like, hey, here it is, but he can't bite into it.
And here's the thing: you can suppress it. It's not saying that you can't, but FN has a stupid thing about like voiding the warranty. Yeah, don't call us if something goes wrong. And it's quite frankly, I'm like, dude, if anything goes wrong, then that's not my problem.
No.
If it has an adjustable gas block.
Well, that's for adverse conditions. Come on, man.
Adverse conditions. All right.
What is an adverse condition?
Right? But, I mean, this little guy, I think, would be a great host for 300 Blackout and a little silencer. Hold up the Rattler LT.
Which camera? Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know, whichever one's looking. Because, again, side by side, I think these things are pretty freaking cool, man. And obviously I want to see ambi controls and stuff like that from FN. We don't have it. But I don't know. And I mean, how expensive are these though? Are they about on?
Well, they're like $2,800 or something like that.
They're right on par with their competition.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, dude, you can offer that, right?
Or maybe 26, 25, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Mid-20s.
Expensive. It's expensive as hell.
Very expensive, I agree. Yeah, but you know, that's why I'm going to have to get evicted or something. I'll live here.
There's that. Yeah. So if FN were to drop not to flag you guys, everything's been cleared, but you know, whatever. So the FN P15 and 300 Blackout is something I would like to see from FN. And one other thing I'd like to see from FN, y'all know I love my FNX 45 Tactical. Right?
Oh, God, I know what's coming.
Yeah, I want an FNX 10mm tactical.
You already have the 510.
I do have the 510.
Yeah.
There's the 545. Ultimately striker fired, but I'd love to see a hammer fired 10mm too. Why? Because why the hell not? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm with you. I think an FNX in 10mm would be pretty dope.
The trigger
Really,
is
really good.
phenomenal
Yeah.
in the 510 and the 545. I will say that. And again, if you watch our SHOT Show coverage from last year, we touch on that at the booth and had a really good time talking about it because they kind of picked on me for making fun of their 509, which I've always said has a
Yeah.
gritty trigger, and I don't like it.
It just isn't good. Yeah, I agree. The reflexes, on the other hand, is amazing trigger.
I don't
for
have a
what
lot
it
of experience with the reflex, so I'll let you,
Yeah.
talk
the
about
reflex
that.
great. Yeah. Trigger is great. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think it would just be cool to see the FNX 10 mil. I'm just throwing it out there. Is there really a market for it? I don't know, but I just think it would be cool.
But it's FN. They can make it, and people will buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'd probably buy it.
But I'm not sure. Like they already have the 510.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if they'll just go ahead and make the same size, basically almost the same, another 10 millimeter.
Why not? Other
I mean, they did it
gun
with the
companies do it
45.
all the time.
Yeah.
They've
True,
had
true,
the
true.
FNX
You know what they
45
did?
Tactical for a long time. The
But-
FNP 45 was the first gen, I think.
Same size.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, balls in their court. SIG made the X510
Yep.
and
Well, they
the
just
P320.
did the 510. Oh, I see what you're
Nintendo.
saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. You're right.
Yeah.
You know what?
So
So
I stand
it's
corrected
there.
right here.
You know,
Yeah.
like they could make a competition hammerfire 10 mil too if they wanted to. I'm just saying. FN. I don't really think FN is like maybe. I mean, with the 509 and some of that stuff. I mean, they don't see a lot of competition heavy coming
Right.
from
Dude, 10
FN,
millimeters seems to be like right now the wildfire. Is it me?
It's making a comeback, I
Yeah.
think, because I don't know why, actually. I mean, I think everybody's starting to finally appreciate it more. But I think here's what I think it is. The technology
That's what I'm thinking.
in handguns now are minimalizing that felt recoil. So you're getting that power with now the feel of like a 9mm plus P.
Dude, it honestly, that most 10 millimeters that I fired, and I did a video. If you guys haven't watched it, check it out. They felt like 40 caliber, like
Snappy.
recoil wise. The FN 510 felt like a 9mm with plus P,
Yeah.
plus
what I'm
somewhere around there. Like that's how good they are now. Because back in the day, they were hand cannons. Like back in the 1980s when the FBI started using them after the Miami shooting in
Yeah.
1986, they just couldn't get people to qualify.
Yeah, and the FBI couldn't handle it. I mean,
They couldn't. Exactly.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, dude, those guys don't get me started.
Yeah,
man.
those fucking guys.
Well, I mean, you got the 40 cal is dissipated. Basically, it's damn near gone at this point, and I think the
Yeah.
10 mil's filling in on that. So
I saw where Canik just dropped their Apocalypse signature series.
that Adam was looking.
What is
good.
that?
Adam was looking pretty good. It's just another cool. Like, you know how they had like the Miami Days, Miami Nights.
Oh, I see.
The wide out signature series.
Cerakoted?
Yeah, so now it's like this apocalypse theme, which makes complete sense in the times that we're living, and with all these different movies that are coming out, like Civil War and what was the other one that we were
Leave
talking
the World Behind.
Leave the World Behind. All sorts of So it makes sense for them to get on the apocalypse train. Remember, it was like zombies in 2006.
Yeah.
2000. I would say
The green tip ammo?
Green tip, yeah, the green ammo. The Hornady zombie defense or whatever. Well, now it's apocalypse. Well, for a while it was Punisher skulls. Now it's
Yeah.
I'm glad that phase died.
I think a lot of us are.
Well, when something dies, something else is born.
You're
So
right.
there we go.
Yeah. But anyway, so Canik came out with that, and so that's cool. I'm curious to see what they've got going on. But the reason I brought it up though is because I read the comments on their Instagram post. One of the very first comments was like, "Why don't you guys make a 40?" And I really wish Adam would just get in there and be like, because 40's dead.
Yeah.
Honestly, 40 is dying. Like I would not, if I was a company, I'd not touch 40 right now.
No.
I don't think a lot of companies are at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. No way.
Not when, like I was saying, the technology exists to make the 10 mil feel a little bit better, so that way, Fed boys could handle it.
Right. Exactly. You're welcome.
Yeah. What about 380? I know that's the one you can
Yeah.
handle.
So 380. I think
it's a dead caliber too, in my opinion.
I think it's pretty anemic because again, it's the same concept that 9 mil. In all of these micro
it's like
compacts.
the 40 and 10 compared to like
Yeah.
380 and 9 millimeter. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like, why go with 380 when there's so many manufacturers out there making 9 mil handguns that obviously has a little bit more knock to it and a little bit more power.
A lot more. Yeah. In my
So-
opinion, compared to 380 and 9, the 9 is not like significantly better in terminal ballistics.
Yeah.
It's just, and you can handle the recoil nowadays, which you said about technology. So
Yeah,
I think 380 is.
I think the new heavyweight though is the 10 versus the 45 now. No.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's
That's
really
right.
what it comes down to, I think.
I think that's what it's coming down to.
45 will never die, man, because there's die-hard
Oh, there's too many
45
old
guys.
school.
It's
old
fought
heads out
2
there.
world wars.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
not talk-
grandpappy carried this one.
All right, we don't want to talk about Korea and Vietnam. Though. Got it. All right. Okay. All right.
What we want. Something. Contracts.
One contracts. Yeah. Well, so there's I think 10 mil definitely still, and I think this year 2024, I think we're going to see even a bigger comeback for 10 mil because it's already happening. I mean, we saw it with the SIG X10, we saw it with the 510. Smith & Wesson had their M&P 10 or something like that drop. The Springfield
Glock 20.
XDM Mod 2 Elite 10 mil, whatever the hell name it is. That thing is sweet too.
Watch them
Trigger's
make a
awesome.
prodigy in 10 mil.
Oh, dude,
Watch.
there you go.
Watch.
There are double stack 10 mils out there.
Yeah.
Hammer fire double stack that
Well, all
are
of them.
like 2011.
Pretty much anything I tested.
Yeah.
Are all.
We can all agree there's one caliber that they tried to push it, but it just didn't make it, and that was 30 super carry.
Super carry, 30 super
yeah.
carry. Yeah.
If you can't even say it, just don't care.
Yeah.
Dude, when some people are like, oh, this is it. Like, we put super carry in the name, like this is going to be the epitome of excellent. Like this is what you want, the definition of defensive ammunition. And it's like, yeah, it's like, what is
30
it? And I've never even, I don't think I've ever even seen a 30 super carry.
All right.
in
I'm
person.
throwing something out here now. Now that we're talking
Go for
about
it.
calibers. What do you guys think about those civil defense 50 grain, 55 grain Hydroshock 9 millimeters that go super fast but weigh nothing? What are your thoughts for defensive use?
I haven't. Is that what they had the other day? Last time we were here?
It's
Yeah.
silver, right?
The silver
one? Yeah, it's like
tip?
silver.
Oh, that's extreme.
I'm
that
not a
magazine
fan
is extremely
at
light.
all.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not a
crazy.
fan.
It doesn't even
It's
feel like
crazy
it's loaded.
how light that is.
So
Dude, that thing
against soft tissue,
But when it comes to a gunfight, this is for defensive use, right?
Right.
I always think of numerous things. I think about thick clothing. I think about
Yeah.
intermediate barriers.
Right.
Yes, if I engage you right from here, that's a nasty round. It'll do a good damage, right? Like it's pretty good. But not always you have that luxury, and I understand most CCW situations happen within a close distance right away. But still, people don't go down right away. They take cover, whatever. Your hit ratio is very low. If somebody hides behind anything,
That round's worthless.
good luck, because it's frangible. It's coming so fast and so light.
Right.
It hits, boom, it just goes into pieces. And you want, like, based on the ballistics training that I've received in the past, you want that round to stay together as much as possible, because it expands, it stays together, it delivers that heavy knockdown,
Right.
and bigger temporary wound cavity, bigger permanent wound cavity, and you're taking that person down.
Right.
That's been tested. So if that was effective, okay, I'm not saying it won't kill. Of course he'll kill, right? A lot of law enforcement agencies that, like the FBI, BRF, Ballistic Research Facility, which tested those and found them to be no. They would have used it for law enforcement, because law enforcement today uses the fastest incapacitating rounds.
You got a question?
I have a mindset. Right?
Yeah.
You're coming at it from like a law enforcement mindset.
Yeah.
Well, Liberty Munitions, the civil defense, I think ultimately what they're taking into consideration, though, is a concealed carry carrier, right?
Lighter gun, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't even think about lighter gun as I would be when you think about a lot of the instances in which a concealed carry situation takes place. It's usually within us right here.
Yeah,
Right.
your engagement's going to
You know what I'm saying? It's not, we're not having to worry about barriers or anything like that, but a majority of any time a concealed carry weapon is drawn and used in a defensive manner is literally within almost arm's reach.
Look at your last podcast. What's his name? The guy from LA.
From Vince.
Yeah.
Vince. And that happened.
that
that
had
was,
barriers involved. They ran, they took cover. All
right.
that,
So,
yeah.
but that happened literally. The initial
engagement
contact
was here to here.
here.
Yeah.
Two
Well,
guys.
They always. They
Yeah.
even police officers. Like
Yeah.
a lot of them are there. But I ask everybody this: do you want to gamble with that? I personally don't, and it's on you. Like, if you want to carry it, you carry it. I'm not knocking you down for it. I'm personally saying this: there's no way I'm gambling with that. If I'm carrying a gun on me,
Yep.
I want even that intermediate barrier effectiveness in a situation that I could potentially find myself in. There's plenty of incidents like that? Go
I'll
ahead.
take the Dave Chappelle look with it. Maybe I'll put one of those civil defenses, and then I'm going to put some 147 grain behind it
And pepper them up.
and pepper them up.
I didn't get you that one, but I got you this one.
So it'll be buckshot, slug, birdshot, buckshot.
His body's not going to know what to go through.
So we'll have 124 grain. I want some 147. I want some 115. I want some plus speed.
I feel like he's getting hit with multiple shooters at that point.
Yeah.
Imagine your recoil impulse.
Dude,
All those different rounds.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be all over the place.
Dude, when I was a police officer, the department
Wait, you were a police
was authorized. No, dude, just a guard at Walmart. But no, the department was only authorized, which I think back and I understand there's reasoning, was those polymer tip 5.56. Do you guys remember those?
Oh, yeah.
The frangible. So if they were like, we don't want over penetration, which I wholeheartedly understand. You go into homes and with those 5.56 will go through and you'll have problems. But the problem with that was, dude, we would test it. We would test it through just a table like this. The round would go through it. It would just disintegrate into pieces.
Yeah.
It was insane. So if anybody took any type of cover, you would be better off throwing that rifle away and use your handgun.
Yeah.
That's how bad that round was. So I would actually break policy. And I'd openly say to my supervisors too, I was like, hey, if something happens, you guys can fire me. I'm carrying a 5.56, just one mag of full metal jacket, just in case. But it was that round. But we shot somebody with
jacket.
We shot somebody with it.
One mag.
And it was a direct hit. So it was a direct hit on the guy.
Yeah.
And
here's
the guy just went down like that. And the round was into pieces.
Yeah. Here's that round, by the way. So our buddy Josh here.
The only weight over here is the gunpowder.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
for
insane.
real though,
Yeah, oh
so
my
this is
God.
what
Even
you
the
use
magazine,
to
that's
kill
the
like
magazine.
werewolves or whatever. That's
There's
it
nothing.
right
It's
there.
like almost empty, right?
You don't feel like there's a magazine with anything in it.
No, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So this ammo's wow. All right. So to get back on topic about SHOT Show and everything, let's go ahead and end this conversation with this. Let's team up because I know that they're going to be eager to try it. Guard Dog Body Armor. Let's get some more of those ballistic dummies. Let's try it through just everyday clothes. We'll go to Wally World and pick up a jacket, right, and a T-shirt or whatever. We'll try a thicker layer of clothing. We'll try just flesh.
Intermediate barrier, like a little drywall and shit like that.
Dude, I think that would be a really fun video.
Let's do it. I told this to Ryan when I talked about this on my live stream. Shameless plug. Every Wednesday, Classic Firearms live stream with Kyle. All right. So, anyways, I was like, we should do this video.
It would
like
be
critical duty
Yeah.
versus.
we try some of the best defensive ammunition against regular ball.
Yes.
And see what has the best performance.
Absolutely
I
great
think that'd
video.
be a great video.
Great
And
video.
I'm not talking just a ballistic gel block. I'm talking about the
We do
ballistic
multiple other
dummies.
things.
Yeah.
Dummies, barriers.
Yeah.
I even throw one more in there. That new Norma.
That's a
Ammunition.
ball ammo. Can I see that?
That is not ball.
I can't see it.
That is not
Oh,
ball.
I see. Okay. Okay, I have a question. I don't know. What's the expansion on that one? Does
It's
little tiny
pretty
guy.
decent from what I can see. I think we need. Yeah, that would be a good video.
Let's do it. I think this is an amazing video idea. I said this a month ago.
All right.
Let's do it.
I'll contact Ballistic Dummy Labs and see if Guard Dog Body Armor wants to try some of their soft armor too and stuff like that, just for fun.
Oh, I'm sure.
I feel like we need a car as well.
dude, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Sheet rock, sheet metal.
I feel like we need a car.
I know I said we're going to get back on the topic of SHOT Show, but this is really fun.
we can
so
do John's
not
truck.
stopping.
John's got a truck.
John's got a truck. We can shoot.
Can we
at-
shoot through
We
the
can
door?
get a junker for like $300 bucks.
get rid of-
$300-400.
Yeah.
Yo, all right. If we
Let's
do
do
that though, can we find a shit box that runs?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to.
For like $300-400.
We got
50
to.
cal through the engine block. Okay, I'm just.
All right.
Let's do it.
We gotta get back on the topic here because
M249.
Yeah, and the 249. Yep. All right, cool. We're going to mount that to the roof. All right, so with all that being said, all right, so we obviously need to visit these different ammo manufacturers at SHOT Show too to get a little bit more of a explanation and to see what kind of performance, because I'm sure they're going to have some sort of display if they're there, some sort of display there. And speaking of if they're there, we've talked about SIG already quite a bit. And SIG will not have a presence other than some of their representatives, and that's it. Last year, they at least had the range day, the SIG experience day, and all that type of stuff, which, that was fun. We got to see the military little display, and Lena Mikulek and Team SIG was there, and it was cool. We got to shoot and see some things. Well, they're not doing that this year at all.
I'm sad.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
So However, some good news. I was told that since they're not going to have a budget, or they have a budget, and it wasn't blown on SHOT Show, that there should be some media events taking place this year that I do believe we're going to have a presence.
Like a party?
No, more.
Call it a party.
We could call it that. So I think that's good news. That's good news for the rest of us, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them. All right, cool. So we can't really talk too much about SIG because they're not going to be there. But we know last year they released the Spear LT, all that type of fun stuff. We've got the LT Rattler here, which is a lot of fun. What do you have sitting in front of you? Because that was a last year release too, right?
Oh yeah, the Prodigy.
Yeah.
I think they worked out all the kinks now.
Do you?
I think so.
Did they?
I haven't heard any more about it. Provided that they actually have the optic plates ready for every optic that they advertise for,
and that the safety works and
That's
stays
the
in
problem
place.
that we had with it. It just would come off.
I think they've worked out the kinks. I think so. Now I will say this for entry level, and I don't want to discredit it. I think it's good for what it is. Could they have waited a little bit and put it in the hands of people who actually shoot and not just hold it?
You mean like some manufacturers that are currently doing that?
Right. To actually put rounds on it. Yeah. I think that would have suited them. But Springfield, who am I? I'm just a dude.
Beretta released the 92XI and the 92XI Tactical, and I've been running the piss out of that, right? The 92XI Tactical, and this is something I've reported back to Beretta, and they said, okay, cool, we're going to think about that. If you guys have seen this gun, and I don't have it with me today because it's in my safe, it's super cool. Great suppressor host, runs very reliably suppressed through not even a dedicated 9mm, but like a 45 and stuff like that. So I was pretty impressed by that.
Okay.
The tactical model has ridiculously high iron sights. So high that I'm afraid I might break the rear side off.
Oh, wow.
So I immediately put, I got the optic plate for an RMR SRO footprint. All right. Now I assumed with the, do you have it pulled up?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure we can probably show an image on screen or something like that.
Extremely high.
I assumed that means co-witness.
What? Oh, of course.
But
What?
Nope.
no.
No?
So you'll see the SRO is a little bit thicker body than the RMR. So
Right.
when I threw the SRO on there, I was like, oh man, it doesn't clear it. So I'm gonna have to throw the RMR on there. Nope, I cannot see over the red dot with the iron sights.
Really?
No co-witness.
I wonder if an acro would
As tall as those sights are.
As tall as those sights are, yeah, that's my only complaint about that gun. The ergonomics and everything, it's Beretta M9. You know what I mean? It's a Beretta 92. It's comfortable. It's ergonomic. Feels great to shoot. But the only problem is you've got those ridiculously high iron sights. They are strictly suppressor height. They're not
Right.
co-witness, which
Right.
is like, so if I wanted to co-witness, I need an inch tall rear and front sight.
Looks like a goalpost.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah, exactly. So, I reported that back to Beretta, and, where's that going to go? I don't know. But also the 92 and the M9, it was never designed to have a red dot. So they're working with what they can to make this function.
Okay.
And so it's like, all right, as a dedicated red dot gun, though, feels good. The SRO that I currently have on it right now, it's sitting nice and high up, obviously, and it's really easy to pick up, and it feels good to shoot. Okay. I will say that. I just wish I had those co-witness. Because I've got the goalposts that you're talking about, but no co-witness.
Sucks a little bit.
Yeah, but oh well. And then going back to SIG, you've got...
Yeah, 226, the X5 Legion. I know you guys had a chance to shoot this. I wasn't here when I think you took it out.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I loved it.
You got to get closer to the mic, man. I can't even hear.
I was saying
He's got the Barry White voice going on.
Yeah, I'm over here like, man, I'm feeling nice and
classic
calm.
podcast.
That's it.
We talking about the X5 Legion.
Man, between you and Ryan Coble, man.
I feel like we need to change that to like a fireplace.
Yeah, right?
The ladies, man. Yeah, so the X5 Legion, the 226, I mean, I think they did a great job with this. Our only complaints, or my only complaints, I know Kai agreed with me, is just this external safety. I can't stand
I do not like external safety, guys. I just
No, that external safety, so when I started running the gun, I noticed it, I was okay, right?
Right.
But just playing with it, I noticed that the slide release and that external safety feels like they are right up
It
against each
gets
other.
in the way, honestly. Like, as soon as I go to put my grip on it, I hit this.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm drawing out my holster quick, my thumb is coming in, I'm hitting the
We
safety.
call that the dead man's gun.
I'm hitting that safety, and I'm
Did
out
that
to
happen?
fight.
Like
I'm not
I
cognizant of it.
was training a couple of police officers. We were just doing little basic drills, and I gave this police officer one of the like 2311 type guns. Right? I was
Right.
like, just shoot this, and I wanted that police officer to shoot a couple of targets, just transition, and he drew the weapon the first round. Like, why is it not going off? And we would look at activation of the safety, and then did it again. Did some high speed stuff.
Yeah.
He would activate every time because he was trained on a Glock. And you just lift your thumb up.
Yep.
You just do it so fast, and the safety was so easy to activate. He would have that dead man's gun every time. Not saying you can't have a safety gun for personal protection. You just got to really train for it.
Yeah, you have to train for
Yeah.
it. That's
So
100%.
for me, I mean, I grew up with 1911s. That's where I've always been, and I've gotten into the habit where external safeties feel pretty natural to me because I just rest my dominant thumb on top of the safety. So I never really. I actually have more issues where my non-dominant hand is riding the slide release of like a Glock or something, and then on that last round, I don't get a slide lock because I'm riding the slide release, right? That's the issue I typically have with external safeties. Yeah, I just ride my dominant thumb on top of the safety, and I feel good. That's my
A lot of
solution
people
to
say
that.
you got to train with it. I get that.
You gotta
it's
train
just
with
my personal feel. Everybody's got their personal feel. I just
Right.
don't.
I just look at that another
like
point
it.
of failure, and that's just my mindset. I just want something simple that just goes bang. And I'm not saying they don't. I have to put 10,000 hours minimum just to get that thing going.
I mean,
That's a
other than
lot of
that,
hours.
not to knock the
That's like
226 at all.
scientifically, that's about that for muscle memory. That's what they say.
Not to knock the 226. I think they did a great job with this. All around, I think they did a great job. Aesthetically, this thing looks beautiful.
it's fast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can tell you that one.
That's right. When it comes to fast,
Yeah.
we could talk. Jason.
What'd you call him? Fast Finger Freddy?
That's what I
Finger
call
Freddy.
it. Fast
That
Finger
is.
Freddy.
It is fast.
That's
I
a
will.
stage name.
I will say this
I just
though.
want to do triple F.
I will say this. Putting a standard magazine in here with this metal.
Oh, the bevel. And
Yeah,
the,
it's really tough.
Yeah.
To be quick with it, but other than that, I mean, I love the gas pedal that comes stock.
I do too.
Do I think the integrated comp does anything?
Wait. That's just a really small
Yeah, it's,
port. It's like
it
the
looks like that's
20%? What do
aesthetically.
you think? 20%?
Is the barrel ported too or no?
Nope.
No,
So
I think if the barrel was ported, it'd have a little bit more.
I think what holds this gun down is the weight, strictly because it's all steel gun. So
but I think that's kind of the purpose, though. Right?
Right.
Like that's
For
more of a
competition.
competition
Yeah.
gun.
Right.
That's not really a duty gun.
and the
to
trigger
say
is
could've been.
100%. You can loosen it, tighten it, configure it how you want it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is that modular too?
No.
I don't think
No.
226 is on it.
Nah. But it's a good shooter.
It's a
it
great
feels
gun.
it feels good in the hand.
Dude,
It
I'm
does.
not. I haven't
It
been
really
a SIG
does.
guy. Just slowly transitioning.
He's going to be a sick guy by the time
Yeah,
we're done.
this is pretty good. When I say I haven't been a SIG guy, and that's not a knocking SIG down. It's just
Right.
I've never shot SIGs before until classic firearms.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So there's some of our manufacturers are also dropping some of our favorite manufacturers are dropping some new products too. I think a lot of us here have signed pretty much NDAs on things that we can't really talk about.
Yep.
But we can say some
That's
things.
just paperwork, dude. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, there are some things that I can tell you
Comes
that like.
with legal ramifications.
All right, so I can tell you, I think I can get away with a couple of things here. So we can honestly say that Desert Tech is dropping either a new rifle or a new line of rifles for military and law enforcement, something in the full auto field. And if I had to assume, that means that the commercial market would also be getting something new from Desert Tech in a bullpup configuration, if I had to assume.
So
Because
why didn't
they're
the
kind of
bullpups-
known for their bullpups.
Why didn't
so.
the bullpups make it, Clint?
What?
Why didn't bullpups really made it?
What do you mean?
Bullpup guns, like they haven't been all that popular compared to like just regular ARs or.
Because this is America.
No, this was a serious question. No, I don't know the answer. That's what I'm saying.
No, we
Why did-
actually have a video where we
Yeah.
kind of talk about why the United States never really, the military at least, never really adopted bullpups. And you compare that to like Israel or, Britain and with their, what do they call it? The civil servant?
L85.
Yeah, the L85, the gun that doesn't really work. So
There you go.
so there you have it. Well, there's a couple of
like they're
reasons.
heavy.
No? Well, okay. So bullpups by nature are typically a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
But that weight is also closer to the shooter. It's not so far away like your traditional rifle. So it doesn't actually fatigue you as quick as a traditional rifle would.
Yeah.
I can take that MDRX or a Tavor or a Styrog or whatever other one that I can think of. And even though it's heavier, I feel very comfortable aiming down sights and just staying right here all day.
So weight balance is really good.
Yes. The only issue is United States military, the Marine Corps especially, are all about minimalizing your, what's the word I'm looking for? Your presence on the battlefield, which means going prone.
Right.
Right. And if we've done it before, I think we tried it, a couple of times. And if you ever really try to shoot a bullpup in all these different positions, it's ergonomic for close quarters and things like that. But when it really comes down to the manual of arms,
It's tough.
it's tough.
So prone is kind of changing the ergonomics on this.
I mean, you could say that a little bit, but the other thing too, and what is probably more true, is the military-industrial complex and politics.
And tooling. and
And
nobody
tooling.
wants to spend money on, that's just what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
when it comes to spending money for government purposes, how can we get the most for the less?
Because
I gave you
No, that's
the
very true.
political
Yeah.
bullshit answer
true.
about why the military wouldn't want to adopt it, and I'm telling you what Jason and I are telling you now is what's truthfully what it is money.
what I was thinking is I really thought this, and maybe this may not be one of the reasons. Training on a completely new platform as well
That's
as
right.
maintenance.
Think about you have to send those armorers
Yeah.
in every branch to
Yep.
then go to the manufacturer to get retrained on
Yeah.
armoring. Then you have to retool your stuff in your said army for such that. I mean, there's so much money.
Are they more complex too at the same time?
Oh,
for operations?
yes.
So there's
Absolutely.
maintenance issues right
Yeah.
there.
There's and also I'm not going to say reliability issues, but when it comes down to malfunction clearing,
Correct.
on a bullpup is much more difficult
There you
than
go.
it would be in your traditional
And field
rifle.
stripping that thing down.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Depends on which manufacturer, though.
Yeah. Now, if you're looking at the Styrog, the Styrog again, which came out in the late '70s, is probably the bullpup that got it right.
Right.
Now granted, it's not all that modern. Now there are modern versions like the A3 and stuff like that, but as far as
I think that was 4-4 on Counter Strike, right?
so. And so I'd be curious to see what other designs we might see at SHOT. It seems like every year we're starting to see something new come out.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well let's see. I know like one of my personal favorite manufacturers, they're coming out with something pretty new. So that'll be exciting. I mean, it might be one of the ones we've talked about here today already, or it might not. I don't know. It's for you guys to find out. On the range day is when some things will be dropping.
That'll be good times.
That should be good times. I think all of us will be there.
Well, with the new additions,
the new
to the team,
additions. Yep.
it's gonna be good times.
Yep. And I don't know what else. Are you
Jason's
guys
gonna be there.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, sorry, I meant Jason right there.
He did that again.
Yeah, he did.
He did that.
Because
bad.
apparently on video, people cannot tell Aaron and
Yeah.
I apart.
We all look the same apparently.
Yeah.
Both of you are so handsome.
Is that
That's
what
why.
that is?
That's
Stop looking.
I know I've got my eyes on some accessory things.
accessories. Okay. Yeah. Actually,
for
no. That's
SHOT.
let's talk about that.
And because there were some promises made a SHOT ago from some big name companies that, I understand the hoops and stuff they have to jump through. EOTech OGL.
right.
Because
Where's that at?
it's the FDA that actually controls how they push that through. So I understand. But there is a company called Z-Bolt, which I am very intrigued about their new LAM unit because obviously I've got this wonderful,
Display.
noggin set up. But their stuff is supposed to be very promising with all of the features that somebody would need for night fighting. For a fraction of the cost.
Interesting.
You were talking about that quad.
No.
No,
I'm
that's
talking about their LAM unit,
Oh,
their laser aiming
gotcha,
module.
Gotcha.
Not
Yeah.
only can you focus everything and make it wide or straight beam or whatever, but its form factor is as small as a mall.
Okay, I'm
That's
really
interesting.
intrigued on this one because
Yeah.
the price has been the biggest factor for me, for a peasant like me, because I can't afford those
Dude,
Pac
that's
15s.
that's the biggest
I
factor.
think that's for everybody.
That's
Yeah,
everybody, man.
honestly.
Yeah.
That's why night vision. It's a whole different ball game because not only is it a price factor,
Yeah.
there's so many minute details that will ultimately determine whether or not you have a good time or survive the night.
Correct.
Dude, some people are okay spending $2,000 on a Pac 15, which I think they're more expensive, like $4 or $5
The
Depends.
Depends, right?
Depends on what
I'm
you do.
not, dude. I'm sorry. I can't spend that money.
But see, here's the thing. I will say this. Depending on what you're doing it for and what you're used for, you're going to spend the money on what it is. And it's just comes as a standard. We all know the gold standard is a PEC 15, right?
Yeah.
Then Steiner came out with the D-ball, and they've been using D-balls in military configurations and law enforcement forever.
That's what I've been running is the Steiner
Right.
D-ball,
Me
and I
too.
love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Now, don't get it twisted. You've got now the NGOL, which is the next generation aiming laser, which is every bit of $5,200 street price.
Okay.
Like what you're shelling out.
That's street price.
That's street
the
price.
digital
It's
display.
more than that.
Is that the one with the digital display?
No. Okay, so let me get to
am
that.
I
one.
getting to
the
that one?
Wilcox one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
yeah, that's it.
Okay,
That's-
now
yeah,
with the
that's
class
it.
that I just got done
Yeah.
with Buck Doyle, shout out to my man Buck. We had NGOLs, we had there was an OGL out there. I can't say who had it, but and there was a Wilcox and PEC 15s and D-balls. I will say the one that outperformed each other one was the Wilcox.
Wow.
And I will
Really?
say this: not only can you make it, and remember, your condition and terrain really determines how you're done. You can literally focus this thing in to do whatever you want to do. And I will say this one: we're in New Mexico, vast mountains, trees,
Right.
shrubs, bushes, and I've got to hit a target that's 272 meters out. I can go high power laser, low illuminator. Illuminator. Sorry,
You got it. You got it.
the L's in there, and I can focus that in to actually see it. Wow! On the fly,
Damn. How do you do
You
that?
have the presets on it too, don't you?
you have presets, but you can actually slide it.
Yeah. Similar to the OGL, right?
Similar to the OGL, but the Wilcox just did it with ease. And to me, to be able to configure that in the midst of it without saying, "Oh, hold on,"
Yeah.
that is worth two in the bush for me.
So what's the price band for Wilcox?
Wilcox is actually kind of in the middle. It's right there at about 32, 35.
That's not
I think it's
bad.
smaller, more
And
streamlined.
it's smaller,
too.
Oh.
and it's way. I mean, it's the size. It's almost at the form factor of the NGOL, but it's a little bit smaller. Comes with this little digital round counter in
Yeah,
the back.
I
I
saw
mean,
that.
there's so many features packed into
I guess
it.
it's going to come down to Wilcox's durability and battle provenness.
Oh,
Well, it's
It's
Wilcox,
Wilcox.
man.
It's
That
Wilcox.
name-
And I know,
Wilcox.
I know Wilcox. They're amazing, but still, like we're talking about, like acro, right? Aim point. Oh, shit the bed, right? So it happens. So I'm just trying to
Say it. Say it.
Say it.
Go,
Say
Jason. Go.
aim point. Hear me. I love you guys. And we've had such great conversations. I'm on my fourth acro.
I know. That's why I brought it up. So Wilcox is amazing. I know they're just like Aimpoint. They're amazing, but here and there they get a little fluke, just like that. So I'm just trying to find out, I guess, learn or interested in learning that this will be battle proven.
I think they should send out a couple.
Maybe we'll test it out over here. Wilcox, if you're, hey, I use your products.
We have an
So-
in. We've got an in. I mean, we got all these other things. You know, it's got to find Alec and see if he has the contact still.
Make the call.
Yep. So all right. So yeah, there are some accessories that are coming out. I mean, what was the one that was all over the industry for like 30 seconds? It was a little switch for your scope.
Oh, the antimatter
You know what I don't
scope
like?
switch.
Yeah. Huh?
Scope switch.
Yeah. Scope
I don't-
switch.
I don't.
So what? I mean, dude, it was all the rage for about a month, and then what happened?
Disappeared.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You can quote me on this. I frankly don't care. I think it looked a little bit gimmicky to me.
Okay.
I think it has a niche, and that niche is competition only.
I see.
And that's just me. It takes up 100% of your rail.
Yeah.
You have no more real estate on top for anything else, and it doesn't work with some LPVOs that are very stiff. So the cable management system thingy would snap, and
Oh, wow.
that would be it.
And it's
Also,
not a
you
cheap
grip.
device.
It's not cheap by any means.
What's the price on that?
like $500-600?
Oh,
Yeah.
get out of here. I would honestly, I don't like that I'm changing my grip too, I guess. I guess you can reposition it, but
you like doing that hand motion?
He's been
Do it for a pump shotgun.
There you go. A good old bull pump.
Yeah, I need
There you go.
I understand people coming up with easier ways to do things, but sometimes we don't have to reinvent the light.
Yeah.
And that's just me.
Yeah.
What's wrong with a huge oversized
throw.
Yeah. I mean, I really do. I got to give him credit for coming up with something new, right?
Yeah.
It may not have worked or maybe not working, but hey, they at least thought about it, thought about a solution to a problem maybe.
I
Or
gotta
maybe-
agree with Jason though. There's
Yeah.
a market for it. There's a certain
Right.
individual that uses it, and I think that stays in
Right.
that market. And
I think
that's that.
competition would be
Yeah.
spot on.
Right.
Here's the thing, and like I said, if it had worked with everything, then it would be a little higher in my book. But
Right.
to say, well, it only works with like primary arms, PLX stuff, and maybe this LPVO,
Yeah.
but it doesn't work across the board. So to me, you've already narrowed it down to be extremely niche.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, pardon me, but that if it doesn't fit the bill for 100% of what you're trying to go after, then what are we doing?
Because think about it this way. I mean, you might already have a freaking $4,000 Night Force.
Right.
And then you wanna like, oh, you know what? Yeah, this thing is a little tight here, and it would be nice to have this little added feature. It's $600, and it's like, oh, well, the cable will break if it's too tight. And you're like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Right. Or the simple fact of Leupold. Oh, yeah, it won't fit in the rings.
'Cause,
Oh.
they thick.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, Leupold is another company that I'm very ecstatic to see their stuff at SHOT Show. LCO 2.0.
Well, you didn't like the first one?
Oh, I love the first one. I have one.
Yeah.
I love it. It gives me every window size of an EOTech or wider,
Yeah.
crisper dot than your average, small tube. Love you, aim point. It's great, but the LCO with shake awake technology
Yeah.
and a better refresh rate,
Yeah. Yeah.
and LCO 2.0
Yeah. I could. Yeah. That would be good. That would be good.
in absolute co-witness height.
Yeah. There you are. So there was a manufacturer that we spoke with last SHOT Show that was really cool, Matt Bach. They're a really like low key but high speed manufacturer that makes super cool accessories, very lightweight like stretchers and all sorts of crazy stuff, ladders even, whatever. And the little shutters that they have for your night vision that eliminates the focus issue. So typically with night vision, you're either focus afar or focus close, and it's like typically you want to focus afar because that's where your target's going to be.
Correct.
And everything you're doing in front of your face is muscle memory because it's a blur, right? And which again, you just deal with it and you practice. But Matt Bach, it's a simple little. It looks kind of like
Is that
those.
the one that Neil had on it?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
got
it right there. And they open or close, and all you do is set it to where it's nice and comfortable. Do you have them?
Yeah.
I have Matt Bach at home, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But it's a adjustable iris that
Yes, adjustable
totally
iris.
allows you to do that, and it works every bit
Yeah.
of what it is. Now, if you're a night vision nerd who says, "Why would you want to limit light coming into your tube and all this stuff?" Have you ever changed or checked a mag in front of you while under nods in
Yeah.
pitch black and you can't see a damn thing?
Yeah, no, it's nothing.
It's
nothing.
tough.
And
they
then
haven't.
you incorporate the high stress.
Right.
And dude, it gets really difficult really quick,
Yeah.
right? And so especially if you are shooting in pitch black and you're only using IR,
Yeah.
and then you're like, okay, what do I got?
All right.
And so hopefully you're just good, or just throw a 60-round drum on it, and call it a day.
Right. Not only that, I mean, with these products, same thing with Matbach, you can actually do land nav and read
Yes.
up close.
Yes.
While
Which-
still under nods.
That's incredible. That right there, I think, is very important.
Right.
You don't have to expose your position by bringing out a red light
Red
or anything
light,
like
yeah.
that. So it's crazy that you
Yeah.
can read under night vision. That's super cool. And look up at the stars and
correct. 100%. 100%.
right. What are some other accessories we're looking at?
Cans wise.
Oh well, that's
CGS.
you were mentioning that.
Yeah. Their new collaboration with some impressive, 3D printing of cans that they've got coming on that, happen to be crazy with the DB with 5.56 from a
Interesting.
10.5 rifle that still is, is very impressive. The Cat, codename Cat.
Codename Cat, okay.
We're gonna,
Cat.
Josh, we need to have a conversation over at CGS at your booth. But yeah, their stuff is pretty impressive. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, no, go ahead.
They've really pushed the parameters of what 3D printing is.
Interesting.
Espresso?
Yeah, flow through.
Yeah.
Flow through. So that's, you know how there was a complication between Huxworks?
Oh, you like the name flow through?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
No.
We're not
Okay.
we're not Huxworks.
Yeah, it passes through.
Gotcha.
It passes. It passes.
Pass through.
Well, that's Daniel Defense. They pass through.
blow through.
Blow through.
Blow through.
Versus
Come through. Come through. Blow through.
Have you guys ever heard of the
Flow.
Vanquish?
We already
What was
said
that?
flow through. What am I doing?
Which one?
There's this Vanquish AR9 with integrally suppressed barrel that's baffleless. That new, I guess, is supposedly going to come out. Have you guys heard about that?
Mm-mm.
Curious about that. No baffles.
Who
baffle
makes
system. It's Vanquish. I was just looking at it.
So it's got to be ported.
It's
Yeah.
Like the old MP5 SD.
yeah. See, Van.
Oh, you got it pulled up.
Internally suppressed. Supposedly a new suppressor system that they have.
Oh, from Engstad.
Yeah, Engstad. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Vanquish is the
Engstad
name,
Arms. Yeah. The Vanquish, I don't think that's new.
Well, there's supposedly coming out the baffleless
And
system. At least
so
that's what I
Vanquish
was reading
integrally
about.
suppressed AR9 10.5-inch barrel. That's cool. You
No.
just buy the barrel from them. That's neat. I think I knew about this here.
So
So redefining the Quiet Revolution.
no baffle system.
Revolutionary
See
design.
like that. If you go down, there you go.
Yeah, I can hit up Matt over there and ask
Yeah.
him. You know,
Curious to see what that's gonna be
what
like.
this is. Huh. Okay. Well, maybe I'm thinking of. I don't know. I thought maybe I knew about that already. I don't know.
Another thing
Yeah.
is this Unity
Oh yeah, you were talking
hookup.
about
Oh.
Switching from their, traditional Crane, Surefire, Jazz to
Yeah.
USB-C that can take, I think, 45 pounds
What?
of force. Yeah. So now there's like a hookup for a light in the tail, like the tail cap.
Yeah.
It's went from the Surefire hookup to now USB-C.
Like USB-C.
Yeah, like you would see on a phone.
Like I charge my MacBook Air with.
Absolutely.
That's
extremely strong.
That's extremely strong.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
cool.
like that idea. Going back to Daniel Defense, they released the R3 last year, their Ambi design. I'm curious to see what they've got coming out this year, because I just assume they are. It seems like every year they've got something.
Yeah.
So it'd be pretty cool to see if they've got what they've got coming out. Who else released some really cool stuff? The freaking Stealth Arms Platypus.
Oh, yeah.
The 2011 that takes Glock mags, right?
Yeah.
And their entire custom shop and all that, and it's actually a decent price.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll be at the industry day at the range, because I met with them I think at NRA last year, and that just seemed like it was a really cool thing that. Again, it was like, oh man, wait, why hasn't somebody else thought about this? Speaking
Right.
of Glock mags, R.I.P. Gaston. I wonder if we're going to get metal mags now.
Well,
I don't think it's
think
going to
it'll take-
happen.
you know what?
I don't.
Here's my thing about Glock mags. They have proven themselves that they work.
Oh yeah, they do.
I don't think they're going to change anything.
No, it was just that Gaston was quoted at one
know.
point. As long as he's alive, there will never be metal magazines or something like that.
Well, that's funny
Yeah.
because there's metal reinforcement
There's
inside of
metal
the mag.
That is true.
So I
You got-
will
you got
say
metal or steel feed lips, and
right,
things like that.
and I will say this: I think they would have to. The reason why they probably haven't gone to steel mags or metal mags is because they would have to change their tooling a little bit for their mag release as well.
Yes.
So if you think about like Shield Arms,
Yeah.
you can buy the Shield Arms mags, but you have to change the mag release as well.
That's right.
Otherwise, it's
It'll
going
eat
to
it up.
eat a channel into
Into
it.
your mag.
I learned
Yeah.
one thing
So-
about Glock over the years as a person who's used them. Whatever
mess
they
with it.
are, exactly. Don't mess with. They just
Yeah.
came up with a platform. It worked. It got a bunch of contracts. It field proved itself numerous times around the world. They're like, you know what? I'm just gonna make minute changes here and there, and that's gonna be it. That's what they're not messing
Right,
with.
but will they ever just cross the line of it being modular?
Yeah.
I think
I
they
don't-
are very slow.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
going.
Time out now. They got the 47.
No. We're talking about
Yeah.
if I feel like changing the color or the size of my grip due to what I'm doing. Mission dictates gear. I carrying like this in regular clothes is fine and dandy. I get that. But if I switch to something, I need to go a little bit smaller. Will they ever be able to
I
cross
think they
that
will.
threshold?
I honestly think they will, because they're slowly kind of getting
Dabbling.
there. They're just very slowly progressing. But I think we will in the future see a modular Glock. I think so.
I just wonder if now they're going to get into dog racing and not just horse racing.
What
If
else?
you know, you know. So I don't know. I like the idea
hope so.
of Glock modularity. Obviously the platform, they just got it. I would like to see them do something completely different, though. I mean, we saw wasn't it like the British Special Forces or something like that, or some sort of, we saw the Glock AR. Right. And I asked them about it at SHOT Show, and they were like, what? I was like, okay, all right. There was that one year, too, where we just got trivia. So they didn't have anything new, but they had trivia for us, so that's
cool.
Fun.
Yeah, but seriously, like, what are, like, in their whole mantra is Glock perfection, but there are some things that still can be improved.
Like
of course.
the Terran Tactical Combat Master G34 Gen 5, right? It could be Perfector.
Right.
Perfector.
It could.
That works.
Or to me, like, one of my favorite Glocks that came out was the RTF2 frame. Like, why can't that be like a normal thing again? And it's like certain things that are so good, they just put it out there, take away, put it out there, take away. Finger grooves, non-finger grooves, ambi this, ambi, like, come on, bro.
I think they've changed. They've stayed that way because of the powers that be that were there. Obviously, rest in peace to that gentleman there. But with that change now, I think
Hey, you know what? Hey, we got Gaston's legacy. We have to continue his legacy.
There's going to be
They may
some
say that.
individuals that are going to come in and shake some things up.
Who took over? Do you guys know? His son or anybody?
Well,
who is it?
His brother's still alive, right?
I have no idea, man.
Board of directors.
I'll be honest with you. I only know Gaston. You know what I mean? Like
Gaston.
You guys used to drink together or what?
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I know. I dated his great granddaughter.
She's probably
JK, LOL, telephone.
All right.
That was an age joke because the man was 93. But anyway, no, I only know of Gaston, right? So it's like I don't know who's next in line or anything like that. I have no idea.
He had a brother, or was it two brothers? How many of them were there?
I just told you I have no idea.
Nobody knows.
No,
Come on, Jason.
I
don't know this.
I asked. I had one answer. I didn't get
no
a second
clue.
or third.
I have no clue.
Jesus, you know what? Cut it. I'm done. Fuck it,
We're
pull the
doing
plug.
live.
Fuck it, we're going live.
Another
man.
company that I'm
Yeah.
very adamant on hoping they come out with stuff for the U.S. market, and that's CZ.
Okay. Let's play this game. So let's talk about CZ because I had a bone to pick with them. So Danae, if you're watching, one of these damn cameras, Danae, if you're watching, a couple of years ago when I awkwardly made you rack that slide and you guys collaborated with Dan Wesson, you showed me the CZ Brin 2 battle rifle 308.
What?
Yeah. And she said, "Oh, we're not going to talk about that because it's not available to the commercial market." I'm like, well, fucking fix it. Fix that. Because this thing, I truly believe, would be a Scar Spear killer.
Ooh, that's bold.
Dude,
Bold, Cotton.
I love the CZ Brin. Love the CZ Brin 2. And if they would give me the 7.62 calibers I want in that configuration, which would also include 300 blackout,
100%.
I'd be very happy with them. But right now, I'm only lukewarm happy with them.
Are they potentially being used in Ukraine? Ukraine? Jeez, I can't.
Dude, Ukraine's getting everything that I want.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Yeah, including bomb drones.
They've been dropping some serious bombs.
There are a lot of Turkish drones in Ukraine.
But you know what? That the Bren 2, the trigger in that is just
Bro, it's so they did.
immaculate.
It's so
You
good.
guys
I
did that
love the
video.
controls.
Yeah, we did the
I
video.
love
Which one
so
everything.
good.
Which one won?
Dude, I don't remember. That
It was a spear, wasn't it?
was it the spear?
Well, everybody picked their own.
Yeah, everybody picked their own.
I picked the ACR, the original one.
ACR was
Yeah.
pretty good. You,
I put with the spear. So
Dude,
But number 2 was the Bren.
I'll
the
be
Bren was
honest with you, I don't
definitely
even
up
remember.
Yeah.
I do not remember what I picked.
I think you picked the SIG.
I think you
So
picked the
I
Spear
may
as
have-
well.
I know.
Yeah.
Of course, he's gonna pick the SIG. He's in
Yeah.
bed with those guys.
In
let him
bed.
live. Let him live. You're on the bottom end of that bed.
They don't even know how I like my coffee. Oh,
That's it right there.
Yeah. So imagine that in
This
308.
trigger is just, I mean,
It's so good, man. It's got its little things, but it's so good. I just love the way
It's
it
a
feels and
good-looking
everything else.
rifle,
That's
too.
what I'm saying.
It
Just
is.
imagine that now in the shorty configuration, 300 blackout, or the beefy configuration in 7.62 NATO.
I mean, ambi controls. I
Right.
mean, you can switch
So-
it how you live. I mean,
All right, now Kaya's got a bone to pick with the bolt release though.
oh, you mean down
Yeah,
here?
I just don't like anything in the trigger guard. It's just me. Trigger guard is for triggers, nothing else. Back in the day, the old guns that we had, safety, back M1. Like
I was going to say, you're going to talk about the Grand?
Yeah, but those guys are obviously, they're improved. We're talking about 100 years ago almost, right?
I mean, the M14's still in use.
Just saying. I just don't think anything other than a trigger should be in a trigger guard. That's just my personal view. Anybody disagrees, then you know what?
I
You're
could
wrong.
see for gloved hands. Yeah, I can understand that. It's a little awkward.
Yeah, I would.
hands, we
No,
need bigger hands.
no.
You get some bigger
CZ,
fingers.
change that. Nothing in a trigger guard.
I don't mind it.
Like
When we shot
ACR,
it, that
the
came in
ACR was
number
alright.
two when we shot it. For
Yeah.
the most part. That was
Jason.
definitely up there.
ACR was perfect. That trigger, the release is just outside of trigger guard.
It is.
So good.
It is. It is. I will say that. I mean,
Yeah, the ACR is.
again, kudos to them.
It's a beautiful gun, though. It's a beautiful gun.
It's gassed so well.
Yeah, I'm just saying they did such a good job with it.
Yeah.
I just want when they had the little, what was it, like an 8.5, 9-inch, I think it was like a 9 1/4 or something like that, 5.56.
Yep.
And I'm like, dude, y'all are missing the mark here. It's like as we talked about earlier, FN with the FNP 15, FN15P, whatever the hell it is. Like why 5.56? Because I hate that. I hate having these, and that's what the original Rattler being in 5.56 with these like little 5.5 inch, 7.5 inch barrels. I'm like, this sucks.
Dude, there's a lot
Yeah,
of
but
militaries in Europe, like Turkish military, they use 7-inch 5.56 all day long. In
Yeah,
ops.
but the
All day
Rattler was made for a special mission
Yeah.
unit
Yeah.
in Britain.
I totally
was,
get it,
It was
but-
made to fit in the glove box of a LR3, LR4, or
Yeah,
whatever.
but 300 blackout.
I was just visiting Star, and they literally had a bunch of 5-inch, even 5 to 7-inch ARs, like multiple for special forces. there.
Right, but also it was also made for CAG whenever because nobody again come down to military complex, they don't want to spend money twice on retooling.
That's right.
It was made 5.56 to run UTMs
Yeah.
during their training. So that's the main reason for it.
I get it, I guess, but still, it just pisses me off. When you have such an ideal platform for 300 blackout, just
Right.
do it.
From now on, these manufacturers, please call Clint and get his permission before you start making guns.
That would be the wisest thing you could do. I think I speak for a lot of people here. And let's go ahead and talk about HK. Bring us the damn SP7.
Dude, speaking of that, what do
Actually, you
guys
know what?
think-
Just import. I don't know what you got to do, what loopholes you got to jump through, what senators' ass you have to kiss or whatever. But bring us true MR762s and 5.56s with the ambi controls and all that type of fun stuff. Because right now, citizens in Germany have access to a more legitimate MR 5.56, something closer to the true 416 than what we have here. The only thing that's different is they can't remove the muzzle device.
Because they're German.
You
know,
It is strict.
it makes
Nice,
sense.
nice,
Dude, what do you
nice.
guys think about Zenith ZF56 with the roller delay 5.56?
I think about PTR with the 63 and the 5.56 that we haven't seen yet. Did I say that?
Okay, you said that.
Wow.
That would be amazing, but
I mean, I'm saying, didn't they announce that last year too? Where's that been? And I love PTR. Don't get me wrong, I do. But it also reminds me of Magpool, and was it with Zev, that collaboration with the little FDP or whatever it is?
That came out though.
Oh, where?
Oh no, B&T made it.
Oh, B&T, because we can.
Yeah.
That's what it
That
was.
doesn't
Yeah, the
surprise me.
B&T made it.
Yeah, and Kaya couldn't understand because we can.
I was like, why BNT? He's like,
Or
because we can.
BWC?
I was like, come on. He was like, because we can. I was like, okay, because you can. Let's move on.
And it's just so funny. It's like, dude, I mean, what year was that? Like 2009, 2010? 2008 when they just made that for fun. And then B&T is over here because we can. Because I should have been the BWAC because we actually can.
Just because you can, you shouldn't. That's what.
Because you can doesn't mean you should.
Jurassic Park, it's you never stop to think about whether you should. All right. Anyway, so yeah, there's I think there's quite a bit now. We got to hear from the audience too. Comment down below what you guys are excited for. And on my live stream this past Monday, some of y'all mentioned some things that I have since forgotten. I'm sorry. I am very tired. I literally flew in this morning and was up since 1, but it's okay. I'm happy to be talking about SHOT Show and all the things that I'm probably not going to be able to afford. So with that, was there anything else that at the top of our heads?
I heard a rumor,
Okay.
and through the bowels of Reddit,
Oh,
that there is a Night Force Red Dot.
a Night Force.
Night Force Red Dot.
Red Dot.
Close emitter, open.
We gotta ask our man Carlos
rifle,
over there
pistol?
at Night Force. What's up with that?
I heard it's supposed to be a piggyback on top of their, attacker and
Okay.
their stuff like a Night Force red dot. It would make sense. You guys have the emitter technology.
I mean, it's there.
Oh, the Night Force, obviously. They
And,
want
and
it.
it comes synonymous with the name.
So,
Is it new? Something new coming out? Or?
Again, it's rumor.
It's Reddit, dude.
Yeah, but a lot
I know.
mean,
that's what
a
I'm
lot
saying. Generally, things are true.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
especially nerds playing video games, dropping Air Force plans and stuff like that.
Oh, God.
There's all sorts of stuff that happens in forums.
you'd be
That is
surprised how
very
much
true.
truth spreading around on
Yeah.
Reddit first before anywhere else.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So, all right. So a Night Force red dot. That'll be interesting if that's there.
Wow.
I'm trying to think what else. What else?
I'm trying to think too.
Like,
Sub 2000 Gen 3.
oh, the new Keltec. That's right.
That
The little
twist.
twisty, turny guy. So now you can have optics on your sub 2000. I'm still waiting for the High Point AK.
Oh.
High Point AK.
I'm waiting on it, man.
A that just wrapped in my head just now.
Yeah, dude.
A
High Point AK. That's the yeeter skeeter, man. I am ready for it,
The
dude.
streets are talking.
Dude, you know what I want?
That would,
That is going to be the hot seller.
dude. That is Chicago's problem solver.
Chicago, Detroit, Oakland. I mean,
There's a
the
rumor out
markets
there.
out
that
there.
There's a Apple eye gun. Come on.
I really wish we had a soundboard that we could play that horn.
Exactly. Drop the Funk Flex bomb.
Oh my god, dude.
Good God.
Good.
What else?
Good.
High Point
What else is
AK.
out there?
So I know Henry dropped quite a few new things last year too, including like the Homesteader, including a revolver. So I'm curious to see if they're dropping anything new this. I mean, they dropped a lot last year actually. What about in the shotgun world? We saw Beretta with the A300.
I don't think there's a. Is there?
1301, please make it with the handguard that's everything already ready to accept M-Lock stuff. Like,
Oh, it's just they
yeah.
have that little.
yeah,
adapter
I don't
thing,
I don't
right?
understand. The
Yeah.
A300 has you're ready to go.
A300 has
Yeah.
it. Yeah, they don't.
I wouldn't mind seeing from Beretta like a 1301 Tactical like Pro series
Yeah.
that has like the metal M-Lock and all
Yep.
that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
It would make sense.
Yeah.
It does. Is there a new shotgun that's coming out? I don't.
I'm sure
think-
there is.
Heritage.
Heritage.
Oh yeah, Heritage. They got a little double barrel side by side, and this is a first for them, right? Because they've been making 22 revolvers for God knows how long, and now all of a sudden they're getting into the shotgun game. Okay, all right, we'll see.
I like
I'm
that.
trying to think. What else, dude?
Yeah, I'm trying
I'm
to
sure
Do we
there'll
know
be a
like
bunch of new
is it like
ARs.
dual hammer? Like do we know much more about it?
I think it's dual trigger.
Oh,
Probably
that's
dual hammer.
that's okay.
It's gotta be, right?
I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. That'd be cool though.
Yeah.
I want it.
I'm sure Taurus is going to have something new.
They always
They
do.
always
They
have
always
some
have
new
something.
handgun.
They actually really had
Yeah.
last year. I actually liked that Taurus, the executive revolver. Really clean, really good looking revolver. I never shot one, so maybe that's why I like it. But but at the same time, it felt good
Yeah.
on the show floor.
Yeah, I know
here.
Taurus has like that customer base, like budget. Everything they make is just super budget, and they work. I don't
They've
think they
been
have
s-
anything high end.
They've been stepping up their game though.
They have.
Most of their stuff is now optic ready.
Yeah.
What's the price range? I think they've always been in the
Always been like
300s.
like 300 to 400
400s.
always. Yeah.
But now they're like their G3 line is like taking off apparently. It's not the Taurus that we all came up with per se.
I'm curious because LWRCI dropped a couple of different things in 300 Blackout last year. I wonder if they might drop something. Zastava, I'm curious about as well.
LMT.
LMT.
Always.
I'm always
Knights?
on LMT.
What
you know?
about Knights? Nothing.
Where's that SR1?
KS1.
KS1. That's what it is.
That had the
KS1.
Vortex
Yeah.
1 to 10 compact on it.
Yeah.
That's where it came up.
Son of a. How about
We
that?
talked about the Glock 30, the 10 mil. We talked about that, the Gen 5.
That 20 Glock 20.
It's Glock 30.
It's now 30.
10 mil.
Dude,
I thought 20 was 10 mil.
Glock 30 is going to be a 10 mil.
yeah, what
Different
the-
size, probably.
I just want to know how they number this. I feel
thought
like
Glock
they
was
have a
always numbered.
square board that they just
Yeah.
throw darts at, and they're
I
like,
already know. I had an issue with all
47,
the
got
10
it.
mils and
Got it.
45s and
If it's 40
2021s.
caliber, it can't be Glock 40. It
No.
needs to be Glock 9.
The Glock 9.
Yeah,
L.
yes.
low power.
Just
Niner.
add to the 10 mil aspect of things.
yeah.
I
All the
don't
Gen
know.
5
So,
updates.
all right, so there's a 10 mil.
I believe so. If I was reading that
30.
right, the Glock 30 10 mil. Is that right, or am I?
It's Gen 5, I think.
It's a Gen 5.
Gen 5.
Because
Yeah.
Glock 20, 10 mil, I'm going to be honest with you, as a person who likes Glocks overall, I hated it. I hated every bit of that thing.
Really?
I didn't like it. Yeah, we did a 10 mil video. Okay, will I carry it backpack when I'm backpacking or when I'm just hiking or biking, whatever? Of course I would.
Yeah.
It works, but new technology like the FN, obviously the SIG.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the SIG's trigger. But
Dear Glock, please make your +2 base pads available for purchase. Like,
Oh, that would be cool too.
You're talking about like this, the Terran Tactical one that I have? I will always talk about this because this was a gift to me.
40th birthday.
40th birthday. Dude, who gets a freaking Combat Master for a birthday gift?
I mean,
Not
my
me.
birthday coming
So
up in
it's the guy
June.
who
If,
said, don't change a Glock.
Yeah, right.
Mother.
For real.
take it back.
I mean, don't change a Glock yourself. Send it to a guy like Terran. Let him do it for you.
I like that. Uno reverse.
No reverse. Perfection. Just perfect. What was it? What did I say?
I don't know.
Perfector.
Perfectorer.
Yeah.
Perfectorer. That's it, man.
Anyways, yeah, the 30. I'd like to check it out too.
Yeah. So I mean, there's all sorts of things I think we're all really eager to see, and things that we probably aren't even thinking about. That's just going to jump out
Like
at us.
circle bar?
like circle,
Circle bar. The
The
spot.
the Gundies. The Gundies are happening.
Oh, yeah,
Monday
you're
oh
night.
yeah,
hosting it
your
this
nomination
Yeah.
there.
Mr. Host slash.
Mr. Host.
So yeah, a last minute thing. We'll see how it goes. SHOT Show isn't just a. I mean, this is coming out on the 12th. SHOT Show's in like a week. Seems like almost.
Yeah.
And the Gundies are Monday night, and so I'll be going to range day, leaving early, and because now I'm not only just hosting the red carpet, but
If you
apparently
don't
the
wear
whole
a
damn thing.
suit, I'm going to be highly upset.
So
Oh, no.
Matter
I'm
of fact,
wearing
tuxedo.
No, hold on. No,
Three-piece
I've talked
with the
about
bow
it
tie.
because
We are putting a suit
I've
on.
already got the bow tie.
Okay.
I've also got cufflinks.
Wait, bow tie?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm going all out, bro.
Yeah,
I'm-
so
I'm gonna
yeah.
have his tie on, just regular tie.
No, well, just understand, all right? So my fiance for Christmas got me a bow tie that's Darth Vader themed. Okay, all right, and cufflinks that are the Stormtrooper blaster, the BB-11, I think it is. So,
All right, got it.
So tux, black tie affair.
yeah, I mean, they originally made it black tie, and then so many people were complaining about it. They were like, okay, formal.
I think you should still go black tie.
Oh, I am.
No,
I'm
day
I'm
class
doing
A.
it.
Dude, I'm just
doing
having
it.
a regular suit with a tie. No bow tie because I'm just not fancy like that, bro.
You're the only one that's worn a suit in video.
This is true.
That's right, I did. Twice. Twice.
I'm just not that fancy.
Twice.
Pardon me, day class
Hey,
A.
Wait a minute, isn't your
tell you-
YouTube icon you in a suit also?
Wow.
No, not YouTube icon. Oh, that was like when I was the
3 for
police
3.
officer thing.
Yeah, 3 for
No, no,
3.
that-
Operator.
Yeah.
Suit and tie operator. Yeah,
That's literally your name, suit and tie operator.
That's
Right.
But here's the deal. I will openly say this.
You're coming.
I will take any chances to put a suit on. I love wearing a suit.
I do too. I like.
I love
Yeah,
wearing a suit.
I do.
I don't see
So-
anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
So all right, cool. We all gonna be looking gangster
Yeah.
at the freaking gun.
Official.
Yes.
That's
Red
it,
suit.
man.
There it
And I
is.
got everybody a
Accent
nice
mark
little
over the
lapel
E.
pin with the CF logo.
There you go.
So if you see me at SHOT, I might have one for you. Yeah.
Do you
Might.
have extra one too? Those
I
pins?
got 50 of the damn things. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'll take one for you. No, I really don't have it. I have the patch. that
Yeah, I
put
got
last
some. I
year.
got some on my Pelican right now.
Perfect.
Yeah. So that should be pretty fun. And what else? Dude, I know there's so much to talk about. Comment section, light it up. But I mean, we've already spent I don't know how long talking about things that we may or may not see. Definitely SIG that we won't be seeing. Was there anything else that really is at the tip of what?
I want to shoot that Genesis full auto.
Oh,
12.
the Genesis.
I have to.
Yeah.
Full auto 12 gauge. Have you ever shot one?
No, have not.
Yeah.
Never
I've
either.
seen some videos.
Yeah,
But my shoulder, I'm good.
No. You don't understand.
Really?
It's so bro. Here, I'll pull up the
I
video.
saw the videos. It looked pretty
I'll
manageable.
pull up a video of it.
I've
Yeah.
fired
Right
full
now.
auto everything, including 50.
Yeah.
I unfortunately
done a
only
12
have
gauge.
a slow motion video, but that's okay because it I gotta find it really quick.
Yeah, there were some
'Cause
little
you can-
guys managing that.
You
though.
can
Really?
Yeah.
my ass. Here you go. So here I'll turn it up and just press play, and it goes in slow motion. So you'll see how much recoil this thing has, or how little.
But it's suppressed though.
Yeah, that's duh. Absolutely.
What if non-surprise?
But bro, that thing dumps like 7 rounds, 10 rounds, I think like that, in under like a second, 2
That's
seconds.
insane for a 12
And dude,
gauge.
it's fun, man.
Those are full power shells too.
I think so, yeah. I think so. So I mean, it's a damn good time.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it is a lot of fun. The Genesis, yeah.
Yeah, I got to try that, man. So I look forward to the range day because I don't think you're gonna be at the end of the street day because you got to do your rehearsal for the.
Yeah,
Dundies,
there's a couple things I got to do that day. Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So there's a range I will be at.
Well, yeah. Well, you'll be on a stage somewhere.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Well,
everybody. It's really a pleasure having you here. I mean, you got to be on. I'm so proud to be. I don't know. I'm just talking.
The burn.
That's like a classic firearms video.
I'd like to thank my wife, my beautiful fiance, for this.
I'd like to thank my ex-wife.
Jesus.
For leaving me and making me a better person.
There it is.
She didn't leave me, but yeah. It's fine.
Oh wow!
Oh boy.
On the next Dr. Phil.
Oh man! All right, maybe we should cut that part. But it's fine. I don't give a shit anymore. But so there you have it. I think that pretty much wraps up the SHOT Show. What we're looking forward to and expecting.
Did I talk about my Combat Master G34?
Holy shit!
Oh,
we
Justin's
just-
40th birthday.
All right, so I think we'll end it off there, though, guys.
And pick it back up at the Circle Bar.
Yeah, we'll pick it back up at the Circle Bar. If you are going to be at SHOT Show, let us know. And if you find me, I will let you buy me a drink. So we'll leave
Don't
that.
buy him a drink because he'll already be drunk. That's
story.
true.
True story.
True.
Look,
Say it.
I'm not going to confirm nor deny because I don't know what state I'll be in.
Drunk.
I got a job to do, Kyle. All right, several of them this year.
Drunk.
If you guys don't believe me, watch the podcast between Brennan
What?
Herrera and Clint. They're both drunk.
I feel like we should do a challenge.
I mean, Ryan was there. Yeah.
Ryan was
I
also
feel like
Right.
while,
Challenge?
I feel like
A
while we're
challenge.
at SHOT Show, we should
God
do like
dang
an internal challenge.
Oh shit!
And,
Well,
you
that's
know-
internal. That's internal.
But internal, but we can share with the group. I feel
right,
like
fine.
I don't know. I've been watching. You watch Instagram, you TikTok, all these
Yeah.
folks just the whole random. You see people walking and you randomly pose to try and get them
get
to
a
take a
picture?
picture.
Dude,
with you.
I
It's
did
like
that.
a vibe check.
Yeah. Okay.
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 I think
Dude.
who can get the most.
vibe
Wait,
checks?
wait. I did that in Germany at EVA, IWA, high five challenge. So Ryan is videotaping me. I go to the very first guy. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. I go in, and the guy's just like, he doesn't walk away. Nothing. He just like looks at me. I'm like, dude, just high fiving. I don't want to.
But see, here's
like,
the
he
thing.
was just so weird. It was so awkward, wasn't it?
It was so awkward.
But
It
see,
was
pe-
so awkward.
but
It's on camera. We didn't cut
But that's
it.
European people in physical touch. I understand
Yeah,
that.
that's-
They're not really into that.
And then I was like, I'm never doing this thing again. He just ruined my entire confidence for the entire year.
No, but think about it. I
Entire
think, I
Then I
think
did
you're
it 10
walking
minutes later.
through
So
because
vibe check.
nobody likes to photobomb, but like
Right.
if they feel like they're a part of it, they sometimes get into it.
Yeah.
and it's a vibe check.
Right.
and it's like, oh, are you going to get into it? Like, and they'll be like, and like sometimes they'll be in mid. I think that'd be a good challenge.
So is that going to be the outside the warehouse? Is who can get as many
I
positive vibe checks?
yeah, I like that.
Positive
That's smooth.
vibe.
Well,
Positive
like
vibe
you're
checks.
walking through, right, and everybody's already used to being on camera, like especially
Well,
the people.
think
who
about it.
exhibit-
Think about it
exhibit
this way: the guy that denied your high five. Imagine if he did high five you.
right?
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, but in picture
good.
form,
So in other words, people actually have to kind of like you.
right?
That's not going to happen.
His confidence is already broken. He's broke.
I
He's a
feel like
broken man.
I feel like we can do it. I feel like we can do it.
I mean, we could definitely do it. It's just whether or not it's going to succeed.
It will. I have all the faith in the world. I do.
I'm just
know
going to
what?
go to
5 minutes to get the most.
Yeah,
get the most high fives.
Yeah, 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
I think people are gonna. Pass
Last
the
time we
vibe
did
check.
I
trivia.
vote for.
Right. Last time we did trivia. All right. And so I'm just going to run. I mean, so I just want a fast cameraman.
Here's
That's
what
all
I
want.
Here's what I vote for.
Where
Classic
your,
stickers.
Where are your running shoes?
Classic stickers.
Yeah.
Whoever puts more stickers on the back of random people.
Kai's getting beat up. He's
Guys getting beat up.
gonna get high five and an ass whooping.
I got my boys. wait. I got my boys around me. I shouldn't get beat up.
I'm watching. Put a sticker on him.
You're
Beat
not
his
going to have your
ass.
boys. You're going to
Put
have
a
like one
sticker on him.
cameraman.
He'll be whooping your ass and putting stickers all over you.
It's all fun and games. It's some guy who's like, "Oh, you trying to pass my guard?" and like completely like sling you over and thrust
You got to be careful in this day and age because that's physical touch. That can be considered assault.
Yep.
And sexual harassment all in the same sentence.
Yep.
Congratulations, FBI. You've now committed like 3 felonies. All right.
Here's a sticker.
Here's a sticker with your name in jail.
Yeah, right. All right, and here's your
inmate
orange
number.
jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. All right, so let us know what you
Fine.
think about a SHOT Show Outside the Warehouse challenge. Like I said, last show we were at, we did trivia where we just, whoever answered the most right questions.
That was
and then
so
there's
much
push-ups. It was pretty
I
fun.
made Taryn Butler do push-ups. I did.
Well, we'll leave it at that. And
I guess. Yep.
I don't know more
Yep.
Taryn stories.
Yep.
oh
He
man,
gave me combat.
For his 40th birthday.
all right. hey, wait. I just want to say right now, who's won the bet about how many times he would mention that in the podcast? Mine was 7. So
I think we're at 10 now, right?
yours was 8.
All right, let's just. Who said 10?
I'll go 10.
You're gonna win. So he gave me a combat match.
Jesus Christ. if you anybody that's looking to start their own YouTube channel, if you want to know how to lose subscribers, watch this. All right.
Trust me, I got you. You want to lose subscribers? You can't keep up with those people? Call me.
Anyway, that wraps it up for today, guys. Let us know, comment section, light it up, your SHOT Show expectations outside the warehouse, what kind of content you want to see, what kind of challenge you want to see from the team that will be on the ground in Vegas. And we're gonna leave it off there, guys. Thank everybody for tuning in.
God bless.
See you later.
See you next time
safe.
see you guys next time at the CF podcast. If I could speak, that'd be great.
Whoop whoop.